you like mechanical mayhem, mashing metal, and sparks of flying, then you better strap yourself in for another 30 minutes of robotic demolition. Because this is Robot Wars Grand Champions, where chaos and carnage reign supreme.
The baddest bots ever assembled are ready to rumble in an all-out battle to the death. One will move on, the rest will move into the trash heap of history and wonder what might have happened. We're not here to comfort losers, we're here to crown victors. Hello everyone, I'm your host Joni, and this is Robot Wars Grand Champions. Let's go down to the arena and kick it off.
All right, Joni. Last time on Robot Wars, the Exterminator took out Behemoth to join the semi-finalist board. Now, here's how it looks today. There's only 2 places left. Who's it gonna be? We're gonna see Sawpoint, Oblivion 2, and Aggrobot 2 up against each other. But first up, SMIDSY, Overkill GTI, and Panic Attack. It's getting down to crunch time.
Run and seed number 4, Panic Attack.
There's a mighty low center of gravity on Panic Attack, in at 178 pounds. He's got some lifting forks and bulletproof armor. These guys are raring to go.
We're Team Panic Attack. My name's Kim Davis, this is my son Michael, and this is Christian, and this is our robot Panic Attack. We're back from the previous wars with a new chassis. We have skirts to stop other robots getting underneath. We have our self-righting mechanism. We have our weapon, which is very powerful. We've done it before, and we're going to do it again.
From Western Supermare, Overkill GTI line.
Overkill GTI intimates he's got fuel injection, but we know it's an electric bot. 172 pounds, pneumatic flipping arms, and he says he's flame resistant.
My name's Lawrence, this is Laurie, and this is James, and this is Overkill. From the last wars, we had a weapon which was a petrol chainsaw. This year, we have pneumatic rams, 2 of, which combined give 7,500 newtons. This should be enough to throw another robot clean into the air.
From Maidstone in Kent, SMIDSY.
SMIDSY with an impenetrable-looking shell. Go-kart tires, runs both ways up. He's got spikes and jaws for weapons. These guys might do the business.
Hi, I'm Mike from Team Ixion. This is Robin and Andy and his SMIDSY. Upgraded from the last war, we've got titanium side panels instead of aluminium. We've lowered the gearing so it'll steer better. The jaw motors are powerful enough to lift another robot up while we're pushing along. We can run right way up or upside down. We've got spikes on the back to do extra damage. Called SMIDSY. Sorry mate, I didn't see you. If you're a biker or a cyclist, you'll know exactly what that means.
Roboteers, stand by.
There's Overkill GTI with Lori Burke, 15, driving it, and James Ewell, 17. And there's SMIDSY with Mike Reed, Robin Bennett, and Andy Pugh. And Panic Attack, Kim Davies and Michael Davies with Christian Bridge.
3, 2,
Panic Attack is my favorite in this one. They got all the size, and that lifting fork looks like it'll do the business. But right now, SMIDSY's got right up underneath Overkill GTI, who dug right into the surface of the arena. Look at that axe. Looks like it's out of a splatter movie. Meanwhile, SMIDSY gets flipped over. Doesn't do too much good for him. And Panic Attack has now got GTI up against the rails. Panic Attack, lots of power, low center of gravity, just what you need to do the damage here. And Overkill GTI's feeling it as he gets dangerously close to that corner patrol zone where Matilda's waiting to do some munching. And now, Panic Attack's getting pushed back a little by SMIDSY. SMIDSY's getting flipped over, but it's not going to do any good. SMIDSY's going to run either way. And Panic Attack's just going to take advantage of Overkill's high center of gravity. That flipper's going to be a self-righting mechanism, providing he's upside down. Well, remember, only 2 of these guys are going to be able to go through to the next round. If it has to go to a judge's decision, meaning one of them hasn't been taken out by then, they're going to be judged on style, control, damage, and aggression. And Panic Attack seems to be leading the aggression category now. There's some kind of traffic jam over in the corner patrol zone where Dead Metal is like warming up his saw for somebody. Overkill GTI and Panic Attack get head up, and SMIDSY breaks up the action. And it looks to me like Dead Metal buried that saw right into Overkill GTI, gave him a flat tire, he's got no traction, and he's getting pushed doubly by Panic Attack and SMIDSY, who's left Overkill in a very dangerous position right next to Sir Kill-A-Lot's corner patrol zone. He gets out of it, he's still listing really badly over to the side. Panic Attack has been the aggressor from the beginning. More damage than SMIDSY, who's also been on the attack too. But Overkill looks like the one that may have to go out as that time is counting ever closer to the end of this round. And this one's going to have to go to a judge's decision, but if you ask me, it's a no-brainer. And it didn't take a genius to figure out SMIDSY and Panic Attack go through. Next up after the break, Oblivion 2, Aggrobot 2, and Sawpoint. Welcome back to Robot Wars Grand Champions. So far, you would have seen SMIDSY and Panic Attack do a little overkill on Overkill GTI. And there's confirmation of Heat O in the first round. SMIDSY and Panic Attack go through. Next up, Oblivion 2, Aggrobot 2, and Sawpoint.
From Dorking and seeded number 20, Aggrobot.
Well, Aggrobot boasting a hydraulic zonker, got aluminum alloy shell, and a lethargic 6-mile-an-hour speed.
I'm Peter, this is Bob, this is John. We're the Leach Brothers. This is Aggrobot 2, the product of 9 months hard work since the end of the last wars. It's got a lifting nose and a spike at the back end, which inflicts damage like 20mm bullet holes.
This is what we're here for, to do damage, serious damage to other robots. Nothing else but.
From London, Oblivion.
Oblivion in at 175 pounds. It's another slow one, but he's got some strong armor, and nobody looks like it'll get underneath that thing.
Hi, we're Team Trinity, and this is our robot Oblivion. It's four-wheel drive, as you can see, and it's got 2 synchronous leaf-out motors driving the robot. Our main weapon is this whopping big axe, which is powered by a seriously large motor. We're able to do some serious damage with that. So, what can I say? The house robots better watch out.
From Burnham-on-Crouch in Essex, Sawpoint.
Well, Sawpoint with a real original design, also weighed 175 pounds. Got some deadly wheels, but it doesn't look too strong to me.
Hello, my name's Steve, and this is my team member Damien, and this is our machine Sawpoint. Controversial design, large 60cm saw blades as part of the weaponry. We've got a front impaling spike, and we've also got a rear ram. The whole machine works upside down as well, so if we get flipped over, basically it doesn't really affect us. Yeah, very mean machine.
Roboteers, stand by.
Well, there's Aggrobot 2 with Peter Leach, Bob Leach, and John Leach all up in the box. And there's Sawpoint with Stephen Thomas as the driver and Damian Smith. And Oblivion 2 with Søren and Supia Balendren and Tuvagran.
3, 2, 1, activate.
Let's see if Aggrobot's hydraulic zonker can punch any holes in any of the opposition here. It doesn't look like Oblivion 2 is doing too much in the motivation department. And Sawpoint is up on its precarious side with the blades, and Bash is in there with a flamethrower already. Could Oblivion 2 be out before it even started? Let me remind you, if anybody's immobilized for 30 seconds, they are history, and the housebots can come in and kick sand in the face of that poor, unfortunate, immobile bot. And there is Kill-A-Lot as we speak. Kill-A-Lot comes in there. There's Matilda with a chainsaw blade tail. And Killalot's got some sort of piece of somebody in his hand. And Sawpoint and Aggrobot still are fighting it out. And look at Killalot tasting some axe. And there's the zonker we've been wondering about. That spike looking to do some damage if it ever got in line with anybody. And Killalot is dosing throwing Oblivion 2 and swings them completely out of commission. And there's Dead Metal with a saw. But look at this. It's still a good old tussle with Sawpoint and Aggrobot. As Sergeant Bash and Killalot are making Oblivion 2 oblivious to any more pain. Since they've been out of it since the beginning, the audience wants the pit, and the pit it is. Oblivion 2 is out of there. Well, it's back to the drawing board for Oblivion 2, and Sawpoint and Aggrobot 2 go through to the next round. Joni?
It's metal on metal for a spot in the semis. Who's going to get it? Stick around and find out.
Welcome back to the halfway point of Robot Wars Grand Champions, where you would have seen Overkill GTI up against the rails. And then Oblivion 2, where their own worst enemy took themselves out with a little help from the house bots who put them in the hole. So here's the lineup for round 2 of Heat-O. Aggrobot 2 versus SMIDSY, but first up, Panic Attack up against Sawpoint.
Stand by.
There's Panic Attack, awesome so far, and the Panic Attacker's up in the booth. And there's Sawpoint, with the Sawpoint boys looking ready to do some shredding. Well, if Sawpoint has any sense, they're going to have to be really strategic about this battle, and they go into a little headlock from the beginning. Panic Attack and Sawpoint right up, and look at the lifting arm on Panic Attack. He puts Sawpoint in its place, right on its uncorrectable side. Look at this, as Panic Attack just takes those pincers, brings that lifting arm up, and possibly tries to drag poor Sawpoint right out of the arena. Well, they didn't have much of the way of speed and not much in the way of weaponry, so they would have been a lot better off just staying out of the way instead of becoming the hood ornament that they are for Panic Attack right now. Well, it looks nice, not very aerodynamic, I gotta tell you that, but we go right into the side of Sergeant Bash, and there's Shunt waiting behind. Panic Attack dominating all the way through this round. Well, I hope Sawpoint don't turn into a couple of Saw losers. These guys have definitely taken a beating. As Shunt comes down with that axe and makes his presence known. Panic Attack has not given up yet, though. Now, Sawpoint normally, if it had been immobilized, would have been out of there. But as long as it's riding on top of Panic Attack, he's still moving. There goes the pit. Somebody's going down, and I think I know who it is. As the house bots come in and have their way with Sawpoint, set Sawpoint up for a little bit of pile driving action. Look at that, completely off the ground. They are toast. They got nowhere to go except down, if you know what I mean. And there it is. Sir Killalot is getting a little Panic Attack from behind. Just as he was trying to put Sawpoint in the hole, he got snuck up on. Wow, those guys at Panic Attack, they're a force to be reckoned with. Look at that, he's taking Shunt out now. Bash comes in to help him out. Wow, there it is, Panic Attack. Well, they better stay away from him. Sawpoint's history. Next up, Aggrobot 2 and SMIDSY.
Stand by.
And there's SMIDSY, sorry mate I didn't see it, stands for, and the Biker Brothers up in the booth. And there's Aggrobot 2 with Brothers Leach.
Activate.
Well, let's see if the punch and hole power of that hydraulic zonker can do any damage up against SMIDSY. Aggrobot 2 boasting a lot of weaponry. Let's see if they can use it. Oh, SMIDSY's on fire. Well, he better get some acceleration up to extinguish it, and he does. SMIDSY back heads up against Aggrobot 2 again. Wow, what an even tussle this is. Aggrobot 2 and SMIDSY tit for tat going at it. There's SMIDSY with that low center of gravity getting right underneath Aggrobot. Aggrobot backing away. Oh, SMIDSY gets underneath him again and puts him into the flames up against the rail this time. Right close to Dead Metal's corner patrol zone. SMIDSY helps him out. Well, there's charity in Robot Wars after all. Maybe he just wanted a little more chance to beat him to death. Oh, hood ornament action now. SMIDSY gets underneath Aggrobot 2. Look at that. Beautiful. A little stealth action on SMIDSY's part, who just have been having their way in the last 10-20 seconds. Aggrobot 2, we haven't seen a bit of that zonker in this round. No weaponry to speak of. Just been getting bashed around like a tin can. And now, it's a hot tin can getting flamed up. The housebots are coming in. That's as good as a cue for them that these guys are over. As Sergeant Bath's jaws of death go right down into the side of the casing of Aggrobot 2. And now it's Sir Kilowatt with his claw. Wow, these guys are going to get just mangled before this thing is over. They're going to have to start completely over if they want to come back to Robot Wars, because there ain't going to be nothing left of this. As Sir Kilowatt lifts the dull, dead body of old Aggrobot, spins him around like he can only do, with a little front wheelie action, as the Leach brothers figure out what kind of design they need to do next time. Aggrobot goes out, SMIDSY goes through to meet Panic Attack in the final of Heat O.
We're closer to the end. Move and you miss it. The final battle is next.
Welcome back to the final of Heat O of Robot Wars Grand Champions. So far, you've seen Panic Attack rain panic into all of his opposition. And then SMIDSY did the same, taking out Overkill and Aggrobot. So there it is, all or nothing between Panic Attack and SMIDSY. Who's it gonna be? There's Panic Attack with aggression, speed, great weaponry, and Kim Davies, a great driver. And there's SMIDSY with the Road Rash brothers up in the booth. What can they do?
2, 1, activate.
Here we go for the final of Heat O. SMIDSY sizing up Panic Attack, staying out of the way of those front lifting arms because he knows it can do some damage. Look at this driving. These guys are heads up. I bet it's going to be that way all the way through this round. Oh, SMIDSY up and over Panic Attack. Before he could get the arm up on Panic Attack, SMIDSY was clear. Panic Attack waiting for another run at it. Wow, this is like a stupid canoopin' jump-a-thon here. That's more like a ramp when he's got that lifting arm down. Panic Attack now pushing SMIDSY back into the corner patrol zone. SMIDSY gets out of dodge real quick. SMIDSY's got a lot of bounceability with those go-kart tires, and he's backing into Panic Attack now. Panic Attack is going to really have to do some major work here to get some aggression going, because he's not as easy as the rest of the opposition. Old SMIDSY. SMIDSY's up on the low. Panic Attack's got him in a weak spot. Found the Achilles heel. Right up into the wheel well of SMIDSY. And now Panic Attack is going to parade him around the arena. Wow, Panic Attack with those lifting arms are really powerful spikes as they drag SMIDSY up into the railing and now back into the arena. Wow, they better get their wheels back down or they are out of there. Panic Attack with a nice dominating feature there as SMIDSY's opening jaw tries anything to drag them off of Panic Attack. Oh, and they get off the hook, but oh, it's pit time. One more obstacle for SMIDSY to worry about, and as if Panic Attack wasn't enough. Oh, Panic Attack with a new hood ornament, dragging SMIDSY ever closer to a pit death, and it's over. Panic Attack in a well-deserved victory as SMIDSY closes its mouth. Panic Attack joined the semi-finalists. Back to you, Joni.
Panic Attack becomes the latest qualifier for the semifinals, where the top 16 robots will face off for a shot at the title. Only one more spot remains. Don't miss the next showdown as we continue our quest to crown the Robot Wars Grand Champion.
All right, Joni, next time, Cerberus, Terrible, and VMAX, as well as Hypnodisc, Predator, and Razorblade. Don't miss it.